Hello and welcome to The Print. This is Fariha Iftikhar, and today we have with us a very special guest, Vice Chancellor of the University of Liverpool, which is going to be the second university from the United Kingdom who are going to set up a campus in India. It is also the second university which is setting up a campus in India under the UGC norm 2023. We have with us Professor Tim Jones, who is the Vice Chancellor of the University of Liverpool. Welcome to The Print, sir.
Thank you very much.
First of all, we would like to know, sir, why University of Liverpool actually has taken this step to come and set up a campus in India. And as far as my knowledge, this is the first international campus of the university, or do we have more?
No, we have more. So, I mean, first of all, the university is a global university and has been for many years. And in fact, 20 years ago, the university established a joint venture campus in China, in Suzhou, China, called XJTLU, Zhaozhetong Liverpool University. And that now has 27,000 students.
Lovely.
And in fact now has a second campus in Taichung. And I think probably most people would regard it as the most successful kind of joint venture international campus that's been established. And it's grown in size, breadth, it's grown in reputation and quality. It's a very, very high quality institution. So we have a history of doing this actually, which is very important. And then, so why India, I guess the obvious question. We've been developing more and more collaborations and partnerships in India now for some time, particularly around Bengaluru, but not just in Bengaluru. We're also one of the biggest recruiters of Indian students to the UK, the second biggest in the Russell Group. And then when the government here changed the policy around allowing international universities to establish campuses, we thought that was a really ideal opportunity to have a major footprint, a major campus in India. So we made the application, we were successful, and we decided to do it in Bengaluru for those collaborations we already have. So today is the launch, the announcement that we're going to do it, and we intend to start operating from next summer, August 2026, and start teaching students actually in September 2026.
Sir, did Bengaluru came as a natural choice because University of Liverpool focus on STEM courses and like technology courses, life sciences?
Yes, but also because of the collaborations we've already got. So we work with several organisations. So NIMHANS in Bengaluru, which is the National Institute of Mental Health and Neuroscience, we've had a 20-year partnership working in a whole range of research areas, and that's been highly successful. That's based in Bengaluru. In recent years, we've established collaborations with the Indian Institute of Science in Bengaluru, particularly around biosciences and life sciences. Unilever is our big corporate partner in Liverpool. Unilever, of course, Hindustan Unilever is a big corporate R&D facility in Bengaluru. So there's some very strong connections already. So it was a very obvious location for us to establish a campus. Plus, as you say, it's high technology, it's full of young people, there's a demand for students, of course. STEM is very important, it's very big for the University of Liverpool. I like the sort of entrepreneurial attitude of people in Bengaluru. The people want, students, young people want to set up their own companies. I think that's something we do in Liverpool, we want to do more of, we want to work with people in India. So I think it was just a very logical choice in that regard.
Another question, sir, is there a 5-year or a 10-year plan right now, and what kind of courses the university's India campus is going to start with?
Yeah, so let me start with what we're going to start with. So initially just a relatively small number of degree programs, and then we'll build up and extend the breadth. So we'll start with computer science, things like artificial intelligence, data science and so forth, business management, accounting and finance. We're also going to do biomedical sciences because that's strong life sciences connection. But also games design, which I think is quite unique, and we have a strength of that in Liverpool because there's a big games industry, and I think that will be very attractive in Bengaluru. So that's the sort of programs we'll start off with next year, but then we will grow the portfolio in time as the campus grows. Our plan in 10 years' time is to have 10,000 students on the campus. 5,000 in 5 years, 10,000 in 10 years, so in 2036.
And the first batch will constitute of how many students? It'll
be a few hundred, obviously, to start with. But it'll be significant enough to have a real campus feel about it. But initially it will be a few hundred and then grow.
And so, what about the faculty hiring? Are we going to see some UK faculty also joining in here?
It'll be a mixture. So we'll have some UK faculty will teach, but we want to recruit people, local staff. I think that's really important. And so in time, there'll be far more local staff than there will be UK staff. I think that's really important.
Absolutely. Another thing, how the university's India campus will ensure same standard of education here. Because see, University of Liverpool is highly ranked in international rankings, right?
Yeah.
How it is going to ensure that they provide similar degrees here as well in terms of education?
Well, first of all, they're the same degrees. So the degrees we're offering here will be the same as the degrees that we do in Liverpool. And that's very similar to what we've done in China, I might say. So,
Okay.
you know, so that standard is maintained. Secondly, we will be appointing a provost, University of Liverpool provost, who will basically be the person responsible for the campus.
Okay.
And they will be, you know, one of their main aims will to ensure that academic standards, degree program standards are absolutely the right level, the same level that we offer in Liverpool. So we have total commitment to ensuring that the quality and standards are the same. And as I said, we've done this in China for nearly 20 years, and it's proved very, very successful. So I'm very confident that that quality will flow through our India campus as
So
well.
the China campus right now constitute like students from across the world, or majority is Chinese?
I mean, the majority are Chinese, but there are also international students as well. And basically, in Liverpool, the majority are UK students, and then there's 25% are international. Our intention is for the campus in Bengaluru to be a global one. So the majority of students will be Indian, I'm sure, but I very much hope we'll be attracting students from around the world as well. But, you know, fundamentally, universities should be full of global talent, and I think that interaction of people from different backgrounds, different countries, just makes a very rich environment, intellectual environment, cultural environment, and I think that's what makes global universities so successful and such special places, actually.
Absolutely. So, since we are going to have majority of Indian student here, and fee is something which is very important for Indian student. So when Liverpool campus in India will decide its fee structure, what all will be kept in mind?
Yeah, I fully understand, and you know, just everywhere the cost of education is clearly important for all young people and families. So
socio-economical conditions of different countries are different, right?
Of course, absolutely. So we'll be working on the details of that over the course of the next few weeks and months, and we'll make announcements. But of course, we'll be looking at the local context. Absolutely. So,
will there be scholarships also on offer?
I'm sure there will. Again, details to follow.
So right now, Indian students are facing difficulty due to the tightening of immigration rules in different countries, including the UK. Do you think like many good universities like the Liverpool coming to India will bridge that gap, like will provide that kind of platform for Indian student in their own country?
Well, it might, I mean, first and foremost, I think I should say the UK is still very welcoming to international students, and the UK government has made that very clear, and we as a university have made that very clear, and we will continue to attract, you know, high quality students from India and elsewhere across the world. So I don't think, you know, I don't think that will change, but I think there will be another opportunity clearly for us for students in India to choose locally to stay in country. And study without having to go overseas. But of course, what we will also do is open up opportunities for mobility between campuses. You know, not all students want to move between countries, but a lot do. So I think we will try to keep that mobility high so that the opportunity is there for students to have that experience. I think that'll be very important. Absolutely. And again, very similar to what we do in China at XJTLU.
So it comes with an experience of 20 years, I can say.
It does. Different circumstances, different countries, but I think the principles are broadly the same.
So my last question is your opinion on India's new education policy, under which now you are coming and setting up a campus in India. What is your view about it? How, according to you, is going to, or it is changing the perspective, the world perspective towards India's higher education?
Well, it's very visionary, and I think, you know, it won't surprise you to hear that I think education, but particularly higher education, is hugely important for any major country, any major economy. And I think there's a visionary policy there and strategy for India. The policy contains many things. It emphasises use of technology. It emphasises interdisciplinarity. You know, it emphasises employability and the jobs that are so important. And I think, you know, they're things that are embedded in everything that we do in Liverpool. So I don't see, you know, to me, I think it will be very straightforward for us to operate here and really, you know, work within that framework actually. So I think it's very positive.
Thank you so much for joining us, sir. Thanks a lot. Thank you for watching The Print.